Once again, you are welcome to Courses Academy. So today we are having a question on our screen, and it says, first of all, it is coming from Elasticity. The question says, a force of 30 Newton extends a spring of natural length 30 millimeter by 0.005 meter. What would be the length of the spring when the applied force is 80 Newton? So from elasticity, we have Hooke's law, and Hooke's law says that force applied to an elastic material is directly proportional to the extension produced. So I'm having force is directly proportional to what? Extension. So when we remove this proportionality sign, we have that F is equals KE. When we make K, this force is in Newton, K is called force constant, and E is extension. So when you make K subject of formula, you get that K is equals F all over E. So by this, we can say that F1 all over E1 is equals F2 all over what? E2. Now the question says a force of 30 Newton. The first force given in the question, F1 is equals 30 Newton. Extends a spring of natural length 30 millimeter. The natural length of that spring is what? 30 millimeter. And that natural length, let's call it L1, 30 what? Millimeter by 0.05 meter. Now, it extends this by what? 0.05 meter. So the first extension, E1, is what? 0.005 meter. I mean 0.005. The question says, what will be the length of the spring when the applied force is 80 Newton? It's actually simple. The first thing we are to do now is to just substitute the values. When we get the second extension, we all know that extension is equals original length minus, is equals new length minus original length. So the new force is what? 80 Newton. This is what these people gave us in the question. But we have a standby formula which says that first force all over first extension is equals second force all over second extension. So first force is 30 all over first extension 0.005 is equals second force, which is 80 all over second extension, which is still what? E2. Look at the idea I'm using here. When I get E2 now, what I'm going to say is that E2 is equals L2 minus what? L1. Watch out. We've been given L1, which is 30 millimeter. I already know L1, so I will know E2 immediately I'm done with this calculation. So getting the new length, they say what will be the length of the spring. So getting the new length, which is L2, will be very, very simple. That's the idea I'm trying to take to solve this question. I hope it makes sense. So follow me as we proceed. So this is when you cross multiply, you are having 30 times E2 is what? 30 E2 is equals 80 times 0.005 will give us, is the same thing as saying 0.05 times 8. So when I say 0.05 times 8, let's be fast. 8 times 5 is 40, write 0, carry 4. 8 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. 8 times 0 is what? 0. So I'm having 0.40. So I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient of 30, by the coefficient of E2, all over 30, all over what? 30. Cancel, cancel. So I'm having that E2 is equals 0.40 divided by what? 30. What will it give me? So this second extension now, let's make use of our calculator to be much faster. So I'm having 0.40 divided by 30. It gives me 0.01333. So but I'll stop at the first 3. So E2 is what? 0.013. What is it in meters? I hope it makes sense. Now listen to what I said earlier. I said that E2 is equals L2 minus L1. We are looking for the new length, right? So E2 is equals 0.013 equals L2 minus L1. L1 is 30 millimeters. And you know there is no how we can solve with these 30 millimeters. We just change to what? Meters. So let's do that. We already know that 1000 millimeter makes 1 meter. So 1000 millimeter, it makes what? 1 meters. So this 30 millimeter, what's the value? What's the equal value in meters? So I'm having 30 millimeter will be what? Let's call it x. Cross multiply. 30 times 1 is what? 30 equals 1000 times x. Is something as saying 1000 x. All over 1000, all over what? 1000. Cancel 1000, cancel 1000, cancel 0, cancel 0. So x is equals 3 divided by 100 is 0.03 in meters. So this 30 millimeter is something as saying 0.03 meter, and we are to solve with this one that is in the SI unit of length. So I'm having 0.013 is equals L2 minus 0.03 meters, right? So collect like terms. This minus 0.03 will move straight to his brother. So I'm having 0.013 plus 0.03 is equals L2. So doing this, I'm having L2 is equals 0.03 plus 0.013, right? So bring down 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 0.0. So finally, my answer, that's the new length when the force applied is 80 Newton, will be 0.043 meters. And that's our final answer. Have a nice day, like, comment, share, and follow Courses Academy. The only thing you have to do for me is to share this video for others in different places to see. Bye-bye.